right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Art Talk. So today what I wanted to talk about is letting the future take care of itself. And what I mean by that is not holding on to things and having these great expectations. You know, you can have desires, but knowing that it's out of your control. So what happens is if you go, I really want this to happen, and it doesn't happen, and it doesn't go that way, then boom. That's a disappointment. All of a sudden you go, all right, well, that's what I wanted. It didn't work out, so I never got what I wanted. That sucks. You know, the situation is horrible. And then you start kind of blaming everything else. It becomes this thing. Then the next time you go do it again, you're planning and it doesn't necessarily go the way you want it to go. It's going to do the same thing to you. So as a result, you're going to just not, you're going to kind of get in that frame of mind where you're just upset about things. You're always going to think that you have some sort of control. You're going to say to yourself, I don't have control. This sucks. This is my situation is not in the best situation now. Whatever it may be, this is what ends up being a result of that if you're not just trying to be here focusing on what it is that you're trying to do and making sure that just when you're working on whatever it is that you're working on, that you're putting your time, your energy, your effort, you're thinking about, this is what I have to deal with now. This is what I want to just try to achieve and just make a reality. And I want to do my best and I want to enjoy the process. And again, not trying to predict. Like I always like to say every time I go to workshops, I'd say to people, just forget about your future. Because that's what this is about. It's like, forget about it. Stop trying to control it. It doesn't matter. You always want to set those little goals for yourself. But when you start to realize that today is today, I'm going to do the things that I need to do today. I'm going to accomplish what I want to do today. And that's it. And maybe I'm working towards something. Say that future goal is I want to develop a book. I want to create my portfolio. I want to have my own illustration company. I want to create a certain illustration. You have that mindset. You have that goal, which is in the future, which you know you're leading to. But do you know what that end result of that illustration is going to be? Do you know what the end result of that book's going to be? Do you know the end result of anything? You just don't. And for instance, what happened to me, which I'm very excited about, which those of you guys who have my book, The Silver Way, is now, I didn't expect this. I didn't know that this was going to be written and now translated into Japanese and taken onto a whole new continent when I started the book, when I started this adventure. In just first creating these courses and building a book and around that, and then just putting it out there and approaching a distributor and a publisher and them having interest in what I wanted to do and then going through with it and making something happen, all out of my control. It's all out of my control, all those little steps. And when you start to just let go of all those little steps and you stop trying to control all those things, you become free. And when you become free, you're no longer a slave to time. You're no longer a slave to anything. You're just doing what it is that you're doing. Today, I'm doing this. Here's my list of things I got to do today. Check, check, check. You go through them one step at a time. If you have your open time in your day to do whatever it is that you want to do, you do it. And you embrace that and you enjoy that. And again, you don't try to control it so much. But when you can start to let go of those things, again, I'm not saying this stuff's easy to do. I'm saying that this stuff requires just as much work as it does for your own drawing ability, for your own work, for what it is that you want to achieve and accomplish. It's the same thing. If I want to achieve great results in my artwork, well, I want to achieve great results in my life and my daily living. So they can't be separated. It has to be connected. It all has to fit under the same umbrella and the same bubble. And that's what we're just trying to make a reality. And that's what you want to just focus on day to day. And if it's meaningful or helpful for you just, again, to write down what it is that you are trying to accomplish and do, that's it. But it's all about just trust. It's all about just trying to just trust in this process and allowing this just to be what it is and acceptance of that. And again, when you start to just every day trust more, trust more, trust more. Okay, this day is going to flow the way it's going to go. The future, forget about it. Doesn't matter. It's going to happen sometime. You know, look where you are now. You're in the future of where you were 2 minutes ago. You're in the future of where you were 10 years ago. Right? 5 years ago, wherever you were back then, here you are now. It's going to be the exact same result. So we just keep moving along with the solar system. We're just going. So just do what you can each day. Embrace the day. Do your best of the day. Trust the day. Let the day unfold the way that it's going to unfold, and then repeat. It's going to be the same thing the following day. Okay? So that's it. Make it a great week, and I shall talk to you guys next week. Take care.